What's up, creators? Namaste to you all. Today we have reached day 4 of the 7-day Freedom Lifestyle Challenge. Super excited to go into a whole new topic with you guys. Just going to give you guys a few moments while everybody tunes in. Hello. Yasha, hello. Ayush, hello. Namaste to you. Who do we have? Tonya, Emer, hello. Okay, let me just check everything's working on this side, and then I can see all your comments coming in as well. Namaste, Tracy. Tanisha. Frederick. Funnel day, finally. Mika, great to see you. Okay, we've got Emer saying hey to everybody. I know Emer's been helping a lot of you. Emer's one of our leaders in the community. Have been helping a lot of you. Any of you, if you get stuck on anything, feel free to reach out to her. Priya, Josh, Akani, Sasa just tuned in. Okay, everybody's tuning in now. So, first off, before we get into the funnel mapping, I just want to share a little bit about yesterday. So, yesterday, I think there's some of you having a little trouble with the link. Don't worry about the link right now. I'm sure the team will get the link to you guys so you guys can go through the homework. I don't know how many of you actually did the homework. How many of you actually studied a landing page, studied an ad copy, and worked out how many components, how many parts were part of it. How many of you actually did it? If you did it, give me a yes, homework. And then let me see how many of you actually went through it. I know some of you were looking for the link. I could see from the comments. If you didn't go through it, not a big problem, because we're going to get onto it day by day. I just wanted to prepare you guys. Brother Sam is on here. Samuel Chung. Finally got your three days of aha moments in one video. We met up with Lillian today, had dinner with her, and I think she's supposed to be on here too, so I believe she's got her 4 days of videos that she's going to post on here. I just want to say something as well while we're here, is that some of you I know have not posted a video yet. Not a big deal, because this is about your personal growth, right? And we've got Lillian here as well now. I was speaking to Lillian today during dinner, and I was saying that it's not a big deal that you don't post a video, because this is just for your personal growth, right? But you need to understand that within the community, there's a lot of people who are very fearful, and yet they still have done the video, because at the end of the day, it's just about pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. And some of you may have some videos you've been trying, and then you've been looking at it and saying it's not perfect, that's why you're not posting it, right? But it's not an issue, because the more you do it, if you play full out, because think about it this way, if within this safe community, you find it troubling to actually put yourself out there, outside of this community, you don't really stand a chance. That's why use and leverage off this safe community, right? We're here not to laugh at you, we're here all to support each other here, right? Look how supportive the whole community's been over the past few days. So do it. Just press the upload button, right? And we were speaking to Lillian about it today. We said if you can't do the video thing, press the live button. And then you're stuck. And then you're live. And then you just got to say something. So just allow that to happen, you know? I've seen some of you not so confident. It's okay, because you all need to start from somewhere, you know? When I first started, I wasn't confident either. And then now you just press live. I press live and I need to figure out what to say, you know? So if I can do it, you can all do it as well. Okay, I've seen some of you did the homework. Okay, now within the homework, before we get into the funnel mapping, so we get an idea of everything, okay? Within the homework, when you guys looked at the landing page, right? And you looked at the ad, right? What of the items that we wrote yesterday, okay? When we wrote ad, hook, ad copy, call to action, picture, video, what did you learn? What did you see? What were the elements that we taught here? Landing page, hook line, clear call to action, testimonials, whatever, bio, all this type of stuff, right? The placement of everything. What did you learn by looking at all of that? What was within the ad copy? What was within the landing page that you guys learned? If you guys just type it in the comments below, and then I can have a look to see what you guys actually learned from this. And then it gives those people who didn't get the link and couldn't find the landing page, couldn't find the ad copy, at least they get to learn something from it. Yeah. So what did you guys learn from looking at the... Okay, so Haris is saying the hook, the story, the offer. Exactly, right? Oh, and I want you to write this in your notes as well. You put an offer there because when you put an offer there, it gives people a compelling reason to why now. Okay, why now? Shiva said the language. Tracy said to grab their attention. So Tracy, what did we use to grab people's attention? Okay. Haris said call to action button. Right. Margarita says people who ask the questions are always in control. So there's a lot of questions on the landing page. Right. Blair said offering freebies. So we were stacking the offer. Right. There's different offers there. Tracy said make it convincing for people to buy. Andrew says the testimonials. Okay, Gabrielle says I just tried to make a ad copy right now. Right, okay. The second chance. Yeah, Shiva has seen the second chance. So there wasn't just one button, there was multiple buttons, right? Desiree says great testimonials. Now, notice this, right? Because you need to understand, because today when we go into this, you'll understand, right, the difference between the 3 tiers in a funnel. Now, what we were offering there was something on the mid to high tier, because the FLC program, the 7-week mentorship with me, is around the offer is around $7,000. So when you're doing an offer, I want you to take notes on this, right? If you're going to offer something that is of high value like that, then the thing is this: you need to justify. You need to know how to justify the value, right? For example, if you're going to, for those of you who want to go down the coaching industry, okay, the speaking industry, now, if you are going to create an online course or some sort of mentorship or some sort of coaching, okay, why would somebody invest $7,000 for your program, right? $6,000 plus $7,000. Why would anyone invest $7,000 for your program? Now, if you just type in the comments, what do you think will need to be on the landing page, on the ad copy, to make people, okay, I get it, I see the value of it. How do you get people to see the value of $7,000? Okay, if you just type it into the comments box, so that when you sell your higher ticket items, which we're going to teach you today, then, right, Tracy says you got to have proof, right? So Tracy, proof of what? Right, Frederick says bonuses. Yes, bonuses help. Margarita said value, proof of value of testimonials, strong positive language, testimonials, bonuses. Okay, value of what? Convince them to recover money or more. Okay, that's what we just got from Tahir there. Results. Maurice said results. Okay, now you guys are starting to get an idea of it, right? Elizabeth said they wouldn't. Okay, so when Elizabeth says they wouldn't, there now we see there's limiting beliefs within the subconscious mind there, because Elizabeth probably think, oh, there's no way to be able to do that. So now we need to say, hey, what is in our subconscious that says that, hey, we can't sell high value products, right? So we need to get rid of that negativity, right? Sasa says other people's other results, people's experience, right? Valuable information, show testimonials. You have a solution to a problem, okay? Know what people want, right? Convince them why they should purchase and how you can justify spending the money. Now, let me tell you a very simple understanding, right? It's very simple. If you can provide enough value, right? If you can provide enough value within whatever your fulfillment is, whether it's a product, whether it's a service, whatever that thing is, right? And then now when it comes to offering that value, you need to know how to outlay the value so people can see, hey, if I was to put 6,000, 7,000, these are, by the way, this is nowhere near the high ticket items. High ticket items are $120,000, right? And these can be offered as well. So when some of you think $7,000 is high value, high level product and services, then that's already a limitation within your head. I want you to really remove these. Otherwise, it's very hard for you guys to understand how do you do high ticket closing. Okay, when we talk about 100K closes, what about when I talk about 100K closes? Now that doesn't, you won't stand a chance. If 7,000, you don't stand a chance, right? But you need to understand this. Number one, right? You have something that's what Julie's saying, right? It's a solution to their problem. But then most importantly is this, right? So how much is that solution worth to them? This is the message you need to convey. How much is the solution worth to them? Okay, what is it worth? What can you give them for when they invest? Okay, and also understand another thing as well. Understand another thing as well. Okay, when it comes to giving that the idea of the value, what we really need to tap into is the hook method. Okay, now I'm gonna just draw this out for you guys so you guys have an idea behind this. Okay, this is following on yesterday's training. So when we have this hook method, okay, you will notice that in the ad copy and in the landing page, we use the hook method, right? Because there's two things that people buy on. And you need to understand this thing, otherwise you won't be able to allow people to benefit, right? You won't be able to allow other people to benefit from your value if you don't know how to use the hook method. So there's two things involved in the hook method. Number one, okay, is emotions. Now, I know those of you who've been following me on the channel for Law of Attraction for a long time, I always say emotions is what? Emotions is energy in motion. So what actually happens when you have a landing page, okay, which you guys seen, or an ad copy, or if you have a speech or a video that holds emotions, that's energy in motion. What it means is it gets people to take action. Okay? It gets people to take action. Make sure to write that down. So when you have energy in motion, right, emotions, right, when you can pick on and hook up the emotions, what happens is it's energy in motion. It gets people to take the action. Now, how do you actually hook on emotions? It needs to have a pain and a pleasure, meaning that it needs to have a problem and a solution. Another way to look at it is where they are now to where they want to be, what they are experiencing now to what they actually want to experience. For example, let's go back to the power bank, right? The problem can be the problem with the power bank they are using now. Find the most common problems that they can relate to. Then when we speak about the solution, why does our power bank, right, give them the pleasure instead of the pain? So it's very important to understand how to hook people with the problem that's the most common problem that they are facing now. So let's say, for example, you are a fitness coach. Okay? So it's very important on your ad copy and on your landing page to hook people with what types of problems they may be facing now. So for example, you may be one of those people who you've been working out, you go to the gym every single day, but for some reason you keep looking down there and there's no six pack. And you're probably wondering why. You know, I'm doing a lot of crunches, but you're not seeing it. Right? Now that's the problem. That's the common problem. Now people relate to that. They're instantly hooked. They're like, yes, that's me. Right? It needs to be a relatable problem. Then it comes into the solution. Right? How it comes into the solution, the line for the solution is, what if I can show you a way? What if I can show you a way where I can help you lose that belly fat, get the six pack, right, in half the amount of time? Now people are listening and thinking, wow, in half the amount of time, how do I do that? Now obviously you whatever you say, right, you have to be truthful to what you say. You can't say something that isn't true, right? So there's this saying, and I want all of you to get this down because this has to be with full integrity, okay? There's this saying that says, if you don't lie, you don't need to try and remember the lie you told. Okay, so honesty is key here because that's what creates a sustainable business. Now, when it comes to the hook then, When it comes to going into the pleasure, what can we do? The pleasure, very simple. So, for example, we can say, what if I can show you a way how we can get you the results in half the amount of time? Because it's not about the 3 hours you crunch at the gym. It's more about the fastest way to raise your metabolism rate, because then you can create what we call the afterburn effect. So if you have these hooks, people will be like, wow, that makes sense, right? So which taps into our second reason why people buy. The first reason is emotions. The second reason is logic. How can you back it up? How can you back it up with success stories? How can you back it up with science, with logic, with proof? Okay, there's fair enough. For example, I can say, oh, come onto the 7-week program, because within the 7-week program, there's a lot of people who make 6 figures, who make 7 figures, right, from the program. And that's why for $7,000 making, if you make 100K out of it, then it's very good investment. It's fair enough saying that, but how can you back it up, right? So let me give an idea of backing it up. So let's say, for example, I give an example of, okay, let's say if within the 7-week program, okay, I teach you one skill, and that one skill teaches you how to close $1,000 tickets, $1,000 items, or $1,000 deals. Then how many deals do you need to close to get your money back? You only need to close 7 deals. And then when people think about it, that's logic. It's like, oh, that makes sense. $1,000 items is not that hard to close. And if you can teach me that skill, then all I need to do is close 7 deals and I can get my money back. So $7,000 is very, very, it makes sense now, right? So there needs to be logic to justify the problem and the solution. Okay. We've got somebody. Charlene said, aha. Okay, cool. Right, everyone take a deep breath in. And out. Okay. Parul just said, what if somebody is just starting with business but no reviews? Okay. Well, no reviews means you just have to make do with no reviews for now. Right? So don't overthink it. Everything has a starting point. Obviously, the more you go down the journey, the easier it'll become. Right? If there's no reviews, you still need to back it up by maybe your own experiences, right? Or maybe someone else elsewhere who has used something like the tool you're going to teach. And what are those results? Okay. Now, everyone, one more. Take a deep breath in and out. Okay, nice. We're getting a lot of ahas here. Okay. So, now, first of all, welcome to day 4. We're going to dive straight into this. A lot of you, I see within the community, you're asking a lot of questions right now, which is good. But actually, a lot of the questions, you will realize that by day 7, everything unfolds and it all connects together. Okay? It all connects together. Now, obviously, it's going to be very hard for me to teach you 3-5 years of business in 7 days. So there may be some questions in terms of the integration stuff. How do you actually launch the Facebook ad, right? How do you place the stuff on the landing page? How do you build the landing page? All of this type of stuff. Then obviously, if you guys are interested in that, then you guys can come onto our higher level programs to learn that type of stuff, right? But in these 7 days, I will share with you as much as I can, so at least all of you have the full roadmap. You know the step by step, right? You know how to map out your business already, so at least you know where to get started. Okay, this is the whole intention with this challenge, is so that everybody has a roadmap and you have absolute clarity in terms of step by step what your business is and how to set it up. Okay, so everyone, again, take a deep breath in and out. Okay, now before we draw out the funnel mapping, because today, every single one of you, okay, every single one of you today, you will have a start on your business. Okay, whatever that business is, you will all have a start on your business, every single one of you on this call today. Okay, when we fill in this funnel. So this part here is called a funnel. For those of you who are not are not familiar with this terminology. Now, I want you guys just to take notes while I explain the use of this before we actually fill it in and you fill it in for yourself. Okay? So, number one, the purpose of a funnel is to understand the transition between three product or services. Okay? Now, what it means is within a funnel, this is a product funnel. What we have is we have a low ticket. I want you to fill this in now. A low ticket, a mid ticket, and a high ticket item. Okay, you can fill this in. A low ticket, a mid ticket, and a high ticket item. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to fill in the blanks here in terms of the price ranges we are referring to when we talk about this. Okay, now a low ticket item, right, can be anywhere from, I'm just going to put here a $7 item, okay, which is very, very popular in internet marketing today, okay. A $7 item to a $4.95 item, okay. We're going to use US dollars for this activity, so make sure you guys understand this, yep. So from $7 to $495, this is what we class as a low ticket item selling online. Okay. Okay. Some of you are thinking, what's a ticket item? What do you mean? Okay, we're going to get into that. All of you will be able to fill this out. Okay, and you will know how to actually get a start on your business. Okay, Emily said, so a cell phone case. Perfect. Okay, perfect. So a mid-ticket item, right? Mid-ticket item, we will be looking at anywhere from a $997, okay, so $1,000 item, right, all the way to a $4,997 item, okay, a $4,997 item. Okay, anywhere from a $1,000 to $5,000 is roughly the mid tickets. Okay, now if we actually look at this high ticket, then a high ticket is anywhere which is a $9,997, okay, plus, so that is a 10K plus item, okay, so a 10K plus item. Okay, some of you will look at it and say, hey, why is it 997? Why is it 4997? Why is it 9997? Why do we all do these sevens, right? This is all sales psychology. When you have the sevens and the fives at the end, right, it will always get more conversion than if you just put the round number. Okay. Some people are asking for the workbook. You guys are on day 4 now. You still haven't got the workbook? Okay. Is it Bahari or something? I said yes, your voice is low today. Okay, I'll speak up just a little bit here. Elizabeth says products only or services as well? Anything. Okay, anything. Just low ticket items, mid ticket items, high ticket items. It doesn't matter what you're selling, a product, a physical product, a service, whatever it is. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, Michael's already saying PM Michael for a workbook, right? Michael's actually one of our FLC graduates as well. So if you have any questions, you feel free to ask any of the leaders. Okay. Tiziana is saying, can I repeat the numbers? Could somebody just type out the numbers so everybody could see, please? Thank you. Okay, now, so if we look at the low ticket, the mid ticket, the high ticket items, okay? Why is it important to have a product funnel? Why don't we just have one product? Why do we have a product funnel? Can anybody tell me that? One of our past grads, please, if you just type into the box so everybody knows. Why do we have a product funnel? Why do we have a product funnel? Pamela says we're a soldier without workbooks. I seen somebody make that drawing. Who is it who made that drawing yesterday? Amazing. I think it got a lot of engagement as well. A lot of people liked it. Okay. Right. So Dan just said, okay, upsell, downsell. Okay. Paula says give options. Okay, it's to give people options. Chetna said it's multiple sale. That Mariam says can cover all audience. Okay, you are all right, by the way. Tony said to build relationships. Okay, now, so remember yesterday when we had this, the UXD is the upsell, the cross-sell, the downsell. Okay, so when you do that, that's how you can, number one, add more value to your customer base. Add more value to your customer base. Whenever it comes to business, I want you guys to change your thinking, change your language a bit. Instead of thinking, this is so that we can sell more products, I want you guys to actually do a reframing of the mind to understand that this is how we can add more value to our clients, our consumers, our customer base, right? Because when you think, sometimes people, when they think, I'm going to sell you something, people think, oh, I don't want to sell people stuff because I don't like selling. But if you think, I want to add more value to people, right? That shifts the mind, because now you're finding creative ways, which is the best of entrepreneurs. You are finding creative ways in terms of how you can help people more, how you can give people what they want and what they need. If you have that mindset, you will get very, very far with your business, because now you are not selling for the sake of making money. You are selling for the sake of making impact. That is the most powerful mind of an entrepreneur, right? Because entrepreneurship, you can say, okay, for the short term, you're there to actually just make money, but actually long term, right? For sustainability, if you want to be one of the best of entrepreneurs with that right mindset, it's about how you can create value, add value to people's lives, okay? So, now, what it means is this, okay? Let's say, for example, right? So, actually, tomorrow, when we cover the video, so tomorrow's video marketing, okay? We will show you how to use the latest strategies to take video, the Facebook ad, to get them to your landing page, which will give the offer of the funnel, okay? Which also, on day 6, we're going to go through the landing page. So you're going to have all the parts filled in for your business, so you know that complete map of how your business will come together, okay? So you have the ad, which will go to day 6, which will go to the landing page, okay? Which the landing page will contain your products, okay? So the whole system, and then when it goes to day 7, we will show you what needs to be in the email sequence. So you will see everything come together, okay? Now I hope everything's starting to make more sense now, why we are doing one thing a day here, okay? Now, so when it comes to the low ticket, the mid ticket, the high ticket, what is the purpose here? When it comes to the ad, needs to land on the landing page. On the landing page, it will show one of these products, only one of these products. Okay, it will show one of these products. Now, understand this. So, if I take an ad and I take the ad towards a low ticket, my conversion will always be higher. I will have more people buying, because first of all, right now, especially those of you just starting out in business, people don't know who you are. So when people don't know who you are, the question is, right, why would they buy your, let's say, $5,000 item or your $10,000 item? How can they buy when you haven't gained the trust yet? So why, when Tony B, before, he said that actually the funnel is also, another use of the funnel is to build relationship. Because think of it this way. If you have bought, let's say, I don't know, a massage pillow, okay, which was, let's say, $50 from a supplier. Now you've bought from that shop before and you were so satisfied. They added extra value and gave you bonuses as well, right? Even beyond what you thought you invested in. Now, once they've done that, and they're like, wow, this company, I love this company, or this individual, I love dealing with this individual. Now, are they more likely, if you have, let's say, a massage chair that is $2,000, are they more likely to buy from you because they've bought from you before and they can trust you, right? Because you've built the relationship. That's why you need to understand, and this is what Barbara just said, it's very important to gain the know, like, and trust. This is the part of the funnel where we are building the relationship. That's why we also call it a relationship conversion funnel. Okay, I can see a lot of you asking a lot of questions. It's not I can't see the questions, it's because if I keep answering the questions, then it will disrupt the whole flow of things. So if leaders, you are around, answer the questions that you see inside the boxes, please. Okay, all our past graduates will be able to answer the questions for you. Okay, right. So oh, by the way, I just want to say this as well. Some of you have been actually asking about the FLC program, the Freedom Lifestyle Creators. It's a 7-week program, right, where we actually dive deep into this. So I think it's best to do this because right now the offer on it is about $7,000. I can't remember. You guys looked at the landing page, but I was actually thinking if I was to actually do some like sponsorship towards that program. Maybe we can talk about it in a few days' time towards the end of this program. Would you guys be interested to join me, to be coached by me for 7 weeks on a live call? Those of you who would be interested, if you just give me a yes FLC, and then at least we know who you are, and then maybe I'll speak to the team about it to see if we can do any like extra sponsorship for those of you who would be interested. Just type yes FLC so we know who you are. We couldn't sponsor. I just want to say straight off, we couldn't sponsor the whole amount, obviously, but we can try our best to see if we can find something that actually makes it work for everybody. Because I think you guys have been amazing over the last few days, so it'd be nice to actually help you guys out so that it makes it work for all of you. Yeah. So and okay, cool, nice. Right. Okay. A lot of you. Okay. Cool. So I'm just gonna come back into this, right? Maybe I'm going to speak to my team about it and see what we can do in terms of sponsorships, and see how many people we can actually fit in, because it's going to be live calls. It's a lot of live training, a lot of live mentorship, and also you get lifetime access to the community as well. So I'll speak to them and then I'll see what we can do, and then maybe tomorrow or the day after we'll get back to you on that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So this one here, we have the low, the mid, the high. Okay. Now, what I want all of you to do, there's going to be homework now, okay? So what the homework is, number one, okay? You need to choose which category you're going to be in here, okay? I'm going to just write it down. Okay. First category, you are going to be one who decides, hey, Eric, I want to go down the coach, influencer, speaking route. Okay, the coach, the influencer, speaking route, and you want to map out the business because you want to go down the coaching. You have some expertise, you have something you want to teach people, you have a message that you want to impact the world with. Okay, so you want to go down the coach, the impact, the speaking route, and you want to know how to build a funnel, right? I'm gonna tell you guys how to map it out. Okay, that's first category. So you got to choose one of the categories. Every single one of you need to choose one of the categories. Okay. Number two. Okay. You don't have a product yet. You don't have a service yet. You've probably never been in business yet. Okay. And you just want to understand how to, number one, grab products with very little money. You don't need to like go buy stock or anything. Okay. And then you can actually set up your shop and actually start selling, start impacting people, start giving people what they want, and you start making money already. If you are one of those people and you are not attached to a particular product or service, okay, the second choice you have is you want to go drop shipping. Okay, some of you who are following me on my Instagram channel and on my Facebook channel, you probably seen the other day, I posted something where we were running a 5-day live training here in Taiwan, Taipei. And actually within the 5 days with drop shipping, we already had some of the students within the 5 days start making money using the exact system that you guys are learning these 7 days. Okay, so it's very, very powerful. The second thing is drop shipping. And if you guys don't know what drop shipping is still yet, basically it's grabbing a product that people want and then offering it to the marketplace, right? Knowing how to target people and getting the sell, okay? The third option, right, is that you are already in business, okay? You already have a product to sell. You already have a service to sell, right? So you know exactly what that business is already. That's the third thing. So how do you take this and how do you build it into a funnel, okay? So everybody, okay? Everybody, we're going to map this out together now. So I want you guys to map it out together, okay? Number one, right? So we're going to start from the already have a product or service. Maybe you have one product or service right now, right? If that's the case, what we need to do is we need to do a process called, I'm just going to write it down so you guys can see, splintering, okay? We've got a process called splintering, okay? Now, I know it's a bit messy and I know it's backwards, but this is testing your attention here, okay? So we use a process called splintering to break down one product into multiple products, okay? What does this mean? Right, Jane says, can you do the funnel with network marketing? So network marketing, you already have a business. Now you listen to the splintering route, okay? So let's say, for example, Jane just said, can you do it with network marketing? Let's say if you are doing network marketing, okay, and let's say the product or the entry point to get into the network marketing business is $1,000, okay? So we know it's a mid-ticket. If we know that it's a mid-ticket, that means now we need to use the process of splintering to break it down. What is the low ticket? What is the high ticket, right? And you can very simply do this by saying, okay, so to be recruited onto my team in network marketing, it's 1,000 entry point. Then now I need to figure out what is the low ticket. How can I make a low ticket no-brainer offer? Very simple. You can actually offer something like a pre-coaching, like let's say like a 4-week coaching, right? Which is $100. It's like a group coaching. And that gives you a good entry point to build the relationship with people who've never been in business before. And then you can also give them the idea of what this why network marketing, teach them a little bit about business, right? So they get a lot of value for the $100 or even $47 or even $19, right? You give them immense value and they've learned a lot. And then at the end of it, they think, actually, why don't I just join your business? Because it actually makes sense. So now you build the relationship and then they join the business. So you can do something like that. You could do what actually works very well is things like this, Facebook groups, right? So how can you get people to come in at just $19? They join your group. Inside the group, you add immense value about business, right? And then what you can do is then you can say, hey, by the way, there's this opportunity to actually join this business, which is your network marketing business, okay? So that's called splintering. Now, then if that's the case, then you need to break it up into the higher tier. So maybe in your network marketing company, there's a way to actually invest more. If there's not, then maybe you can think of something which is personal mentorship. Think about this for a second. They can join the network marketing, right? They join your group. They actually join the business. But then maybe some people want that extra support. They want you to mentor them day in, day out. Give them that push. Be that coach. So you can be a personal coach. And then now you can sell the 10K offer. Okay. For some of you, the idea of selling 10K is like all the way up there right now. But let me tell you something. Actually, this is not the end of it, because up here is the 50K, is what we call the super high tickets, the 50K plus. Okay. So then you have the 50K plus, the super high ticket, right? So actually, if we get used to understanding our value, right? Don't cut your value short, because every single one of you who are watching this right now, you are extremely, extremely valuable, right? Don't undervalue yourself, okay? Now, again, throughout this program, you'll probably learn more about how to actually increase your self-value as well, okay? Now, when it comes to this splintering, right? Now we've just given an example of something for Jane. So let's say she already has a network marketing business, right? Now let's give an example of a physical product. So, right, let's say, for example, you are selling something like and one of my students had this once, okay? So let's say one of my students had a Chanel tweed jacket, right? It looks like it, but it's not Chanel, okay? But it looks like it. And so the price point of that was a few $100s, right? It was about $500 to $1,000, okay? So we'll look at it as the mid bracket here. So I said sometimes marketing the mid ticket might not be as easy as marketing the low ticket and then transitioning, building the relationship. So I told her to splinter this off. She took her average $500 to $1,000 mid-ticket item here, okay, which is the jacket. And I said, why not online search for something else that is a Chanel lookalike item? So for example, a Chanel bangle or a Chanel, maybe like a clutch bag or something, anything that's of a smaller value, which is under $495, which she found something which was, I believe about $97, $100 or something like that. And I said, market that product first. Once people buy, and by the way, where can the mid-ticket upsell go? It can actually go on the thank you page. Okay, I'm just going to give you guys an example so I don't confuse you guys here. Okay, so let's say, for example, if we have here, okay, this ad, right, from yesterday, it goes to the landing page, okay? The landing page, instead of trying to sell a $1,000 jacket because they don't know who you are right now, you might not have the trust with the client yet, you sell a $100 item, right, which is for Chanel fans already, okay? So they buy that, they go to the checkout page. Once they go to the checkout page, you can say thank you. Then you can do what Amazon does, and it says customers also bought these. Now, at this point, you can give the jacket, right? So that's one way to do it. An alternative is you don't do the upsell yet, which is a less aggressive approach. What you do is you do value, 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 then you give the upsell, okay? So you could do it this way as well. That's another option, yeah? Now, so there's two ways to look at that, right? So you would splinter it off and then you have a low ticket. The other way is you splinter it off and you have a high ticket. So you can splinter off and then you say, okay, so the high ticket will be, I don't know, a dress or something like that. That is $10,000, whatever it is. Okay, so you splinter off. The process of splintering is taking one product, finding relatable products, right, to actually build a funnel from. Okay, now everyone take a deep breath in and out. Okay, one more deep breath in and out. Okay, now if we have a look at this, right? So now we understand if we already have a product, how do we break it down into the other two? Now let's look at another thing. What if we were going down the coaching route? I need you guys, depending on what you're doing now, to map it out for yourself. So at least you have a complete funnel mapping for your own business, okay? So those of you who already have a business, right, you can look at how to break it down into other products and services that you can add on here, right? And if you can't think of any, maybe you can interlink your already existing product with something like drop shipping. Find something from drop shipping, okay? Now, okay. Some of you are ahead of us, so we're going. Sharon is saying, what about coaching? We're getting there. Patience. One step at a time, okay? So, the second one I'm going to cover here is if you are drop shipping, okay? If you're going to choose the drop shipping to map out your business this week, okay, then follow my clear instructions now, okay? What you want to do is you want to go and you've got a few options here. Number one, you can go to Amazon. Okay? Number one, you can go to Amazon. So you can go to Amazon. What I want you to do is select a category that you're interested in. That can be anything, by the way. It could be like electronics if you're interested in electronics. It could be fitness if you're interested in fitness. It could be makeup. It could be homeware. It could be whatever you're interested in. It doesn't matter, right? Understand, it doesn't matter what category it's in, because as long as you find something that is a high demand product, you are adding value to the marketplace. You are helping someone out there. So don't overthink it. This category, this business does not have to be something that lives with you for life. So don't overthink it. Just start with something. Choose something. Okay? Don't be like, Eric, I can't choose anything. If you can't choose anything, close your eyes and then put your finger somewhere and open your eyes. Okay? Just keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Okay? Now, so you can just go to Amazon. Now, what can you do? You can choose a category. Okay? You can choose a category. Okay? Amy is saying easy to say. Okay? So easy to say and easy to do. If the thinking is easy to say, hard to do, then that is mindset. Need to declutter. Need some cleansing. Okay? Need some cleansing. So we need to understand business and everything that we teach here, right, is as difficult as you think it out to be. Everything starts from thought, right? If we think that it's hard, it's hard. If we think that it's simple, it'll be simple, just like that. Okay? So now, when it comes, make sure community all be here to support each other. Okay? If some people are getting overwhelmed, if some people are getting confused, if some people think, oh, I don't know how to do this, okay, please help everybody. Okay? Make sure to help everybody. Take everybody along the way, right? Oh, Amy said, I was replying to Don. Okay. Now, let's have a look at this, right? So, if you were doing drop shipping, what you want to do, number one, you can go to Amazon. You can choose a category. After choosing a category, what do you want to do? Now you want to, let's say you choose technology. Then what do you want to do? You want to click on best sellers. Okay, it will be on the top on the tabs. Best sellers will tell you two main things that you want to read. Number one, you want to see what has sold a lot of amounts. So you will see what is the best-selling item, okay? Number two, you want to read the reviews. Make sure it's getting 5-star or 4 or 5-star ratings, so you know that when you offer that product, it's going to add value to people and you're not selling something that doesn't work, okay? Because that's the last thing you want when you're starting a business, okay? So they're the two things you're looking for. Number one, you're looking for a lot of people have bought this thing. It's gotten very, very good reviews, right? Number two is very, very good reviews. So these two things, right? Now, so you can look at that thing on there, and then the second step you want to do, make sure to write these steps down because you guys need to be doing this, okay? The second step is that you will go to AliExpress, right? So some of you were getting confused yesterday, so I'm going to write this down for you. Okay, it is called AliExpress. Okay, AliExpress. Okay, now when you go to AliExpress, what can you do there? Right? What can you do there? You can go to AliExpress and find the either number one, the exact same item on there, or number two, a similar item. A similar item. Okay. Now some of you will be like, what if I can't find the exact item? If you can't find that exact item, similar item will do. Now, let me explain to you what AliExpress is. AliExpress, right? On AliExpress, what you can do, let me just bring up something a second. Okay, here. Right, AliExpress, what you can do is you can get things at, you can get products and services. Okay, you can get products and services at a distributor rate. Okay, so these are products that are shipped in from China. Okay, so they have a warehouse there. So you can get everything at a distributor rate. So let's say, for example, if you find something on Amazon, let's say it's a candle holder, right? On AliExpress, you probably see the same candle holder that is $30 on Amazon. You'll be able to see it on AliExpress for $7. Okay, that's the margin you can make being a drop shipper. And the beautiful thing is you do not need to buy the product from AliExpress. You don't need to do that. Okay, so Okay, so when it comes to some of you will be battling with this. Those of you who have never been in business before, you'll be like, oh, if it's $7 from AliExpress, then how can I sell it for $30? Okay, this is how business works. You are a store, you are a shop, right? You have a buying price and you have a selling price, right? That's how trading is done, okay? So just get over it, okay? That's how business works, okay? Now, the second thing is what Priya just said there. Instead of doing the two actions that you just did there, instead, what you want to do is what Priya just wrote down there. So make sure to write that down. It's called Oberlo, okay? Okay. Now, what Oberlo will do, okay, so make sure to get that down. It's Oberlo, okay? Now, this will be so much faster and so much easier for you. So I recommend you guys go this route, okay? You can sign up for an account for free. Now, once you sign up for an account for free on Oberlo, what you are able to do there is it automatically finds products on AliExpress, right? That is, and it gives you the reviews, so you know which ones are best selling, and it also gives you the ratings as well. And it also gives you the ratings of other people who are selling these products, okay? What Oberlo will do, right? Oberlo will help you link and integrate your Shopify store and AliExpress. Okay, now let me give you an example of this so you guys understand how this works. Okay, so if you guys have, okay, this is the actions you guys need to take, by the way, the homework you need to do after this. Okay, so after you share your aha moments. Number one, okay, I recommend you guys, you get the free trial for Shopify. Okay, you get the free trial for Shopify. Shopify is very, very, very simple to use. Very, very simple to use. Okay, then what you do, so you've got a few things you're opening here. Okay, then what you do is you open up a Oberlo account. Okay, open up an Oberlo account. Make sure to get this down step by step. Okay. And then what happens is Oberlo will do the linking, so you don't need to do this part, okay, to the AliExpress. So now we don't need to worry about the AliExpress, okay, because now we are just dealing with these two things. This Oberlo will automatically deal with AliExpress, so you don't need to deal with AliExpress right now, okay. Okay, WooCommerce, Shidano is saying WooCommerce. WooCommerce is a possibility as well. If you're building on WordPress, then you use something like WooCommerce. That will work very well, okay? So it is like WooCommerce, okay? Now, okay, Surinder, right, okay, Surinder has a very, very good concern here. Eric, I fit into 2 and 3. However, I find the markets are oversaturated from eBay, Wish.com, Amazon, okay? Right. There is no such thing as oversaturated, right? Let me ask you this question. Out there right now, how many people are teaching law of attraction? Answer that question. How many people are teaching law of attraction? Think about it. Right? Let me share this with you. Okay? Why is it that most of you are here? Because you were learning from me teaching law of attraction. I only started YouTube last year. Why are you here? There's no such thing as when you think something is oversaturated, that is, again, a limitation. Something inside that mind that needs to be cleared out. Okay? And I'm saying this to all of you. I'm not just saying this to one of you. Okay? Because I want you to understand there's no such thing. People are saying, but other people are selling it as well. There's loads of other people selling yoga mats. How can I sell yoga mat? I could say that. There must be 1,000, tens of thousands of stores selling yoga mats right now. How is it that one of our students can just launch something and sell a yoga mat? Right? Something so standard. It's because it's not about what you're selling. It's about how you target people. It's about how you target people. It's about how you get the thing that people want in front of the person that wants that item, that wants that message, that wants that thing. So do not worry about oversaturation. It's on Amazon. That's fine, because when people see a Facebook ad and it's something they want, they'll still click on it, they'll still buy it. So don't overthink it, okay? Keep it nice and simple, right? So now, okay, let's continue here. So those of you who are going to choose the drop shipping routes, what I want you to do is I want you to, number one, you can set up your free trial with Shopify. Number two, you open up your account with Oberlo, and then you go on Oberlo. What I want you to do is choose a category and select 3 products that are linked right now, a low, a mid, and a high. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Okay? A low, a mid, and a high. So just find something that is linked. So let's say we're selling yoga mats. Okay? So your yoga mat could be the $80 yoga mat. Okay? So by the way, it does not have to fit exactly like these price points. Okay? This is just a guideline for one model you can do. Another guideline of a funnel could be $80 could be the high ticket. Okay? Mid ticket could be the yoga bag. Okay? That's $20, right? $7 could be the what do you call it? One of those foam blocks that people use to practice yoga on, or a yoga wheel, right? Could be $19. Okay, that could be another idea of a funnel. So you could also do that. Okay, so you can go to, okay, Eugenia is saying, I've just created an account with Oberlo. Okay, don't rush into it yet. Pay close attention to this. Okay, you guys can do the homework afterwards, as long as you write down what the homework is. Otherwise, you're gonna miss something here. Okay, so now Oberlo, set up the account. Shopify, set up a Shopify. Okay, now what you can do then on here, you can pick the products. Here you integrate, link the 2 things, link the Oberlo to your Shopify. Then on here, what you do is you pick 3 or more best-selling items, as long as you've got products in different categories, and then you can put it onto your shop. Okay. So now we just gave an example of how you can take this. Let's say, for example, let's take a high product, like let's say take a $3,000 massage chair. Okay, so we've got mid-ticket here. Okay, so $3,000 massage chair. What other products can you find that are linked to massage that can go into the funnel? If you guys give me an idea, so I know that you guys are clear on this now. Okay, so if you have a massage chair, that's $3,000. What other items could you find that is linked to that you can splinter it out and create your funnel? Give me some ideas. You guys see if we're on the right track here. Okay. What other items? Okay, oil. Some people say massage oil. That could be your low ticket. Okay. What other items? What other items could you sell that is linked? That someone might buy this, might buy the chair. This is what we're thinking about. What type of audience might buy the chair? Right? Sharon says water bottles, towels, massage oils. Okay, we've got a lot of those, right? Diffuser, right? It's all in that wellness sector. Removable massage cover for a car, right? People like that. Foot massage, right? Blanket. Okay, now we're on the right track. So I know everybody's. So we could have like maybe an eye massage or a neck pillow or something like that. Everything related to that. So now we can splinter it all out. So now you can find all different items of different price points and put it into your shop via Oberlo. Okay, so this is how to set up your funnel. This is how to understand your funnel. Okay, if you are doing drop shipping. Finally, the last part, if you want to go down the coaching or speaking route. Okay, everyone take a deep breath in. And out. Okay, let's have a look at this. So if you are going down the coaching speaker route, and I want you to understand this, and I want you to get this message down, whether you are going down this route or not, okay, I want you to get this message down because I think this will come to some sort of awakening for all of you, okay? Every single one of you who are on this call right now, you have the ability to become a coach, right? To coach people. And now some of you are thinking, but I'm not qualified, but I'm not as advanced as you, or whatever you're thinking, okay? That's, again, limitations there, okay? Now, I want you to understand this, okay? Where if I ask, how many of you are experts who are watching this right now? How many of you are experts? If you're an expert, type expert. If you are expert at something, just type expert, okay? So we know who the experts are, If you guys are experts, type expert, and then so we can see who the experts are. Any experts yet? Okay, Dan Kaiser, we have an expert. Margarita, we have an expert. Okay, Monique, we have an expert. Any more experts? Michael, we have all our FLC past graduates, GICs experts. Okay, anyone expert? Okay, Larissa expert. Steve, Sasa expert. Tony B expert. Okay, now let me explain to something to you here, right? Every single one of you on this call right now, you are an expert. How do you understand this? You are all an expert at what you know. I want you to write this down in your notes so that logs into that subconscious. You are an expert at what you know. You can't deny that. You can't say, no, I'm not, Eric. Yes, you are. You're an expert at what you know. But that means that you're on a level playing ground to me because I am also an expert at what I know. That's all. So every single one of you, I want you to write down, I am an expert, okay? I am an expert. All of you are an expert. Now, why do I say that every single, because this is what my mentor, my coach taught me many years ago, okay? And allowed me to actually start making this impact in this world today, right? He gave me a very, very simple principle, okay? Watch this, okay? This, remember, is called the hook, okay? Now, I want to ask a question here. How many of you on this call, right, have ever been through some sort of pain before? Okay, whether that be physical pain, spiritual pain, emotional pain, you've been through some sort of problem, pain, challenge situation before. How many of you have been through some sort of pain, problem, challenge before? If you have, just type pain, okay? So I know how many of you have been through some pain, problem, what? Just type P. You can just type P, okay? Nice and simple. We don't need to think about pain, okay? So now, look at this. So the question now is, how many, right? Everyone's saying we all have, okay? Now, how many of you you've been through some sort of pain, whether that be a physical pain, right? Whether that be, I don't know, you were bullied at school, whether that be a confidence issue, whether that be a relationship breakup, whether that be you were totally broke and then you were totally stuck in life and you don't know how to deal with it. Maybe you were in depression, whatever that pain is, okay? Right? Or maybe you felt really, really overweight at one time, okay? How many of you have ever been through a pain before, that a pain that you have actually gotten out of, and you went from pain to pleasure? Maybe one time you were very depressed, right? And then you got out of it. Maybe one time you were really upset because of relationship breakup, and then you managed to overcome it. Maybe one time you were, I don't know, whatever that pain is. Maybe it's one time you were really, really overweight. Then you actually lost weight, right? Maybe one time you were trying to build muscle, but you couldn't build muscle, but you managed to build muscle. How many of you have ever been from some sort of pain to pleasure before? If you've been from one sort of pain to pleasure before, type in the comments P to P, pain to pleasure. Okay? P to P, P to P. If you have been through some sort of pain to pleasure before, ever in your life, okay? Type P to P. P to P. P to P. Okay. Now, it should be pretty much every single one of you on this call have been through some sort of pain to pleasure before. Now, if that's the case, my question is this, okay? Right? How many of you think that there may be somebody in this world? How many of you think that there may be somebody in this world, right, who is going through the pain that you've once been through before, whether that be relationship breakup, whether that be physical pain, overweight, whatever that thing is, okay? Okay? Or people not supporting them, right? Family not supporting, don't know how to get out of it, communication problems, confidence problems, whatever that thing is. How many of you think there may be some people in this world who are going through a similar pain that you've been through, right? They are going through it right now. How many of you think that might be the case? And how many of you think they might want to know how, right? This part here is the transition, is they might want to know how you got out of it. how many of you think they might want to know how you got out of it, and there's somebody going through something that you've been through before right now, in this moment, in this exact moment right now? How many of you think that would be the case? If you think that would be the case, right, just give me a yes. That's all. Just give me a yes. Some people are saying so many. A lot of people going through that right now. Okay, now what does that mean? It means you have a message. I want everyone to look deep into my eyes and understand this. Every single one of you who are watching this right now, you have a message. You have a message right now that can impact the lives of, if not hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people out in the world today. You have a message. I'm speaking to every single one of you right now. I want you to write this in your notebook, in your journal. I have a message. You all have a message that can make an impact in this world. The only difference is this, right? Do you know how to exchange value for value in a way where you can add impact and also have income as a result of it? Because so far, probably a lot of you, you don't know how to do that yet. And that's why I want all of you to also know, right? This is the secret of also how to monetize your message, okay? How to monetize your message. Now, if you have a message, whatever that message is, you are an expert, right? You are someone who can impact people's lives. You are someone who can also build it into a funnel like this, okay? Now, I'm going to give you an example here, okay? So everyone who wants to be a coach, or now maybe you're thinking, actually, now maybe I should do the coaching thing, right? Then you can switch. You can say, I want to do the coaching thing. That's fine too, okay? Or those of you who already know, I already knew I had a message. That's cool. Let's see how to break down this funnel for you, okay? So there's two ways to look at this funnel. Make sure to take plenty of notes. This is the final part of today's section, okay? So low ticket, okay? Low ticket items. I'm going to give you loads of different scenarios here. You can have an ebook. That could be a low ticket. A physical book, that could be a low ticket. Make sure to take notes on this, okay? A low ticket, a physical book, an ebook, okay? What else can you have here? You can have a short video series. So like a 6-part, 10-part, 20-part video series, video training, okay? You can have a webinar, an online masterclass, okay? You can have an online community, like something like this, online community, a group, okay? You can have a challenge, something like this. Okay, so you can think of all these different things that you can put inside that low ticket. Okay, you could have a preview event, a workshop, so like a 1-hour workshop, a 3-hour workshop that can fit within this price point. Okay, now we're going to move from there. So you need to decide, what is it that you want to do with your message? What are you going to create to get the low tickets, and what is your price point going to be? Okay, second, mid ticket. Okay, this $1,000 to $5,000 mark, what can you do? You can do something like a 1-month coaching, like a 3-month coaching, right? You can do something like some sort of mentorship, some sort of coaching, right? Live coaching. You can do a complete online course. Inside this online course, it teaches every single thing you know, okay? Could be in that online course. It could be a 3-day training event. It could be a 5-day training event, right? It could be, on the higher point of it, it could be something like a retreat, right? A retreat somewhere, right? Now, going down to the high ticket item here. What is 10K plus? Very simple. You can just stack the offer. So one way you can look at high ticket is you package everything up, add it all together, can be your high ticket item, right? That's called a stack sell. So a package offer. Right? That's one way you can look at it. Another way you can look at it is like a 1-year mentorship. So it's like selling coaching, but you're selling 1 year out in one go, which gives them a better offer. So that's why they can buy it for 10K, for example. Okay, so you can do maybe more higher ticket retreats, right? Platinum retreats. So for example, we have a retreat that is $35,000, right? So you can have platinum retreats. Okay, right. Now another way, one final way, I want you guys to look at this, is how you can look at a funnel. Okay, I'm just going to give you an example here. Make sure all of you are taking notes on this so you can have another idea of how to look at this. Okay, the question that I always get, because I coach a lot of coaches, I coach a lot of speakers, okay, And they always ask me, they say, Eric, how is it that you can charge hundreds of thousands, right, for your products and services? And how do you do that, right? Because a lot of people seen recently that we've been getting different funnels, which is ClickFunnels awards, making like $1 million, $2 million on ClickFunnels. How do you do that? Very, very simple. Okay. So Rebecca's saying running out of paper. Nearly. Okay, we still got paper. Okay. So why would anyone pay more, right? And some coaches, they look at it like this. Some coaches say, oh, well, at first you need to hold back. Don't teach them too much, right? Because if you teach them too much, they won't buy your next product, right? Wrong attitude. Completely wrong attitude, right? Why? If you're a coach and you're someone who impacts the world, your idea is, how can I teach people more things? You need to give them it all. Don't hold back. When you hold back, people know you're holding back. So give them more value, right, than what they even thought they were signing up for, right? You need to give them extra value. But how can we look at it instead? Very simple, okay? You can look at your tiers. So let's say we have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Tier 1, paying slightly less. Tier 2, paying more. Tier 3, paying more. How can you make it so that it's a no-brainer, right? People will still understand why they want to invest more. How do you make it a no-brainer without holding back? Very, very simple, okay? Tier 1, okay, we look at it and we call it DIY. Tier 2, we call it DWY. Tier 3, we look at it, we call it DFY. Okay? Now, what does this mean? Okay. This is where you can be totally, with total integrity, right? You can offer your services, offer your products, and not think that, hey, wait there a second, I'm holding back, right? You don't need to hold back, right? You're here to make a change in this world. Don't hold back with your message, right? Give them exactly what they need, okay? So, here, tier 1, how can we look at it? DIY means do it yourself, right? Number 2, DWY means done with you. Number 3, DFY means done for you. So what does this mean? Okay, let me give you an example. Let's say, for example, right, Krishna just said, I'm a property investment. Okay, so Krishna's in property investment. Now let me give you an example here. Okay. So if I was Krishna and I was in property investment, that was my message. Because let's say my pain was one time I didn't know how to do property investment. Then my pleasure was, then I learned how to make money property investing. Okay, so that's pain to pleasure. There's a lot of people who want to learn how to invest in property. So what can I teach here? Very simple. Number 1, on tier 1, right? Do it yourself. What does that mean? If I give content, which could be a 10-part video series, it could be a 20-part video series, it could be an ebook, it could be some sort of coaching, right? It could be whatever, masterclass, right? It could be a one-day training. The one-day training, I teach them everything. I teach them everything, right? But what happens is they will take loads of notes. They need to go out there and they need to do it themselves. Right? They need to work it out themselves. So now they're like, okay, I've got loads of information. I'm going out there. I need to try and make this work right now. Right? That's when people will pay. That's when naturally it will be the lower ticket item. Now, how do we get people to naturally say, hey, actually, I want to invest more? Very simple. Because the second tier is done with you. What does that mean? It means that Krishna will say, actually, I have a different service which, instead of you guys going out there and trying to figure out how to do it, right? I will actually, right, go out. I will actually, when you go out and look for it, I will actually be on call for you, so you can actually call me and tell me what you're looking at, and I can actually look through and analyze the property investment, the real estate investment with you. I do it with you. Does that make sense? Now, the question is this. If somebody was to get a service like that, are they supposed to pay more for a service like that? If they are going to use Krishna's time, should they pay more? Yes or no? You tell me the answer. Yes or no? Should they invest more for a more customized service like that, where Krishna is going to do it with you, right? Should they pay more? So answer the question then. Should they pay more? Okay. So Talia says yes. Okay. Now, so this part here is very natural. You do it with them. if you do it with them, they're going to pay more. So that's how you can also look at your funnel, right? Why people will pay more? Very simple. Because now you're giving them more service. Now, how do you get people to pay even more? How do you get people to invest 50K with you, 100K with you, right? Very simple. Because Krishna can now say, actually, you know, if you guys want to analyze this and want to try and figure it out, you know, even if I do it with you, it's probably going to be easier if I just do the investment for you. So maybe you just give me the money and I'll invest for you and I'll make the money for you. Now, for a service like that, if somebody was going to trade your money for you and make the money for you, will people invest more? Yes or no for an opportunity like that? Meaning the people literally can do it hands-free. I just give you the money. I don't need to think about anything. And every year you just give me the 15% on my investment, right? That's why people will pay more for a service like that, because it's a done for you, right? So there could be, I'll give you another example. Okay, let's say you're an energy healer. Okay, you're an energy healer. You say, okay, well, I help people. I put my palms there, and then what happens is I help them with a download. Okay, now, so very simple. That is a done for you service, because you're literally putting your hand there and then, okay, download the information for them, right? That's done for you. Now you splinter it. What's done with you? Done with you is, okay, I'm not going to put my hands there and going to download for you. Instead, there's going to be a Skype call where I talk you through it so you know how to activate your energy body, for example. Okay, that could be done with you. What's do it yourself? Very simple. Write a book on energy healing, right? Create a video course teaching them energy healing. So naturally, you can see the transition of why people will naturally want to invest more, yet you are with full integrity. You're not holding back, and you're giving them everything at every single moment. Okay? If that makes sense, give me an aha. Okay? If you guys learned something today, give me an aha. You guys going crazy with these comments here. Okay. Very, very simple. Okay. So today, just to recap here, finishing off, wrapping up and setting you your homework. Okay. Today, we clarified exactly what a funnel is. So even those of you who've never been in business before, don't give yourself an excuse. You can either map out what coaching is, map out what dropshipping is. What I want you to do, every single one of you, okay, after this call, I want you to already have mapped out, okay, what is your low ticket item? What is your mid ticket item? What is your high ticket item? What are the 3 price points, right, that I'm going to sell it at, okay? Whether you already have a business, whether you are in the going down the coaching route, what is going to be your 3 items? What are the price points? Whether you are doing drop shipping, are you going to go to Oberlo, do some research? What is your low, mid, high? What are the price points that you are going to sell at? Okay, so that is the homework for today. Following on from today, tomorrow will make total sense, because we will teach you how do you market this thing now? How do you get eyeballs? How do you get visibility to the thing? And then afterwards, we'll be talking about landing pages and everything, so you have the complete funnel map out and you know exactly what to do. Everyone take a deep breath in and out. Okay, nice and simple. Guys, that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it, got a lot from it. We're still only scratching the surface. We're nowhere near the end yet. For some of you, it may be a lot of overwhelm. If it is, remember what I said the last few days as well. Reach out to somebody who's one of our graduates of a higher level program. So you'll see on their profile, if it says FLC grad or it says GIC, right, you'll know they're the leaders here, okay? So maybe for now, all the GIC, FLC members, if you just type in here so they recognize your names. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to them, right? Emer is a kick-ass leader, so make sure to reach out to her, right? All these leaders are happy to be within this community to be able to help you guys, okay? So feel free, if you have any questions, reach out to these guys. They will be able to help you, okay? Every FLC member, GIC member, make sure to put it inside the comments now so everybody knows, right? And then you guys can help them, okay? So that's it. Do your homework. Again, just one final ass kicking. Write your aha moments. Write it now, not tomorrow. Do your video. Do it now. If you're scared, even more so, you should do it now. Just press the live button. Start speaking. Nice and simple. God bless you all. Namaste to you all. Have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful evening, morning, day, wherever you are. See you guys tomorrow. Ciao.